Hello everyone, and welcome to, or back to the channel. I'm Origin Gaming, and in this video, we're going to be giving a reading and reflection on Psalm 4. To the choir master with stringed instruments, a psalm of David. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me, and hear my prayer. O men of rank, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us some good? Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound. In peace I will both lay down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4 is another psalm of petition, similar to Psalm 3, though the circumstances are less about David's immediate physical danger and more about his honor and social standing. The ancient Near East was a society heavily steeped in the dynamics of honor and shame, which would have had major consequences for someone's standing and even their economic stability. We do not have much context for this psalm, but it appears to be some group of higher status individuals are trying to defame David through vain words and lies. And David is trying to remain patient and trust that God will work it out, as he has in the past. Verse 1 begins the psalm by appealing to God's credibility. David asks God to answer his call, while appealing to all the times that God has listened to him in the past, as a reason for God to listen again. Verse 2 introduces David's actual concern, questioning how long this unnamed group will be able to continue turning his honor to shame. This is the first how long in the Psalms, but it will become a very common phrase to succinctly portray a psalmist's desire to trust in the Lord while also struggling with patience for God to act on their behalf. In verse 3, David directly warns his opponents that God is on his side and will listen to David when he calls on the name of the Lord. Verses 4 and 5 appear to be David continuing to warn his opponents not to act on their anger towards him, and instead to trust the Lord and give proper sacrifices. Based on these verses, I imagine David's opponents did not think David should be the Lord's anointed ruler, but David is confident that God has chosen him, so he is telling them to trust God's decision, which also means trusting in David himself. In verses 6 and 7, David contrasts his opponents, who find their joy in the abundance of food and wine, with himself finding true joy in the Lord alone. The psalm closes with a statement of confidence in the Lord for his safety, allowing David to rest, knowing that God is his protector. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.